Which puppy is better, a boy or a girl? Planning to buy a puppy, the future owner is faced with the question of who to choose, a boy or a girl. Lucky if you have long ago decided on your preferences. But there are those who are still puzzling over the answer. What should be considered in this difficult choice? As a rule, dog owners choose a pet based on personal preferences. Usually they pay attention to the appearance of the puppy and its character. But for some people, the gender of the pet is also important. This question is especially acute when choosing a pedigree dog. Participation in breeding. As you know, there are 3 classes of dogs: pet, show and bride. But only half of them can participate in breeding. So, pet class animals are not allowed to mate. Bride class dogs are also not valued very highly and rarely take part in breeding. The same cannot be said about females, which are capable of producing excellent, in terms of pedigree and compliance with standards, puppies. The main thing is correctly selected partner. Show class males and bitches can participate in breeding without any problems. They are winners of all kinds of championships, the dogs closest to the standard. By the way, these puppies are not cheap, as they are the most valuable specimens of the litter. If you do not plan to engage in serious breeding, buying a puppy of a pet or even without a breed, you should pay attention to the gender characteristics of the character. Boys. Strength and breeding. Straightforward, honest, and stubborn are 3 qualities that characterize male dogs. They need a strong hand, because almost all boys strive for leadership in the pack. The first place in the question of raising a male dog is competent training. But be prepared for the fact that boys often show independence and autonomy. After puberty, the pet will require regular mating. If the owner allows the puppy to mate closely with other dogs, there is a good chance that he will contract a sexually transmitted disease. Without training, the male dog will pull the leash and run away as soon as he spots a female on the horizon. The only solution to the problem in this case is a castration. As for appearance, as a rule, male dogs are more powerful, heavier and larger than females. Physically they are stronger and sturdier. This, too, should be taken into account. Girls. Emotionality and affection. When it comes to the character of bitches, most owners admit that girls are more malleable and affectionate. They are more emotional than male dogs and bond more strongly to the family. A bitch doesn't have to prove her superiority. Therefore, a girl is quieter and more loyal to children, even those who appeared in the house after her. However, there are some peculiarities of keeping female dogs. For example, 2 to 3 times a year they have heat, a psychophysiological process, which is accompanied by bloody discharge. Besides the fact that it can be unhygienic, because not all dogs are licked in time, the sexual hunt creates certain difficulties for walking. The male dogs, driven by the specific scent of the bitch, may track her down and molest her. The task of the owner is to prevent interbreeding, chase away and lead away such grooms. Most often, owners simply change the place of the walk for the period of heat and reduce its time. A more radical solution to the problem is to sterilize the animal. The same method is suitable if you do not plan to mate the dog at all. Choosing a puppy, you should not be guided only by its sex. It is much more important to pick a pet that is close to you in temperament and character. This affects not only the way of life, but understanding and harmony between the owner and the dog. Stocky K if it was useful and interesting. Thank you for watching.